and welcome to Zoorassic World. This is where we keep all of our reptiles from throughout the world and through time. My name is John, and I'm a resident dinosaur fanatic here in Dublin Zoo. So do you recognize these guys? Some of these are pretty famous. This one is, you got it, Stegosaurus. This one is Triceratops. And over here, one of my favorites, Ankylosaurus. Now you've probably noticed my big friend here behind me. This is Tyrannosaurus Rex. Ours is a replica based on the real Stan from the United States. Now Stan was recently sold for almost $32 million. So you can probably tell from T-Rex that he's a carnivore. That means he eats lots of meat. And the way you can tell is the teeth. T-Rexes have massive teeth. They have 58 of those in their mouth. We only have 32. And their teeth have serrated edges or denticles going the whole way along, and that makes it really easy for them to eat meat. T-Rex's teeth, they come up one after another. So if he loses one, another one's always ready to replace it. It's almost like packing ice cream cones on top of each other. And scientists think that their bite was the strongest of any animal that ever lived. Do you want to see what T-Rex walked like? It would be with his short arms, walking like this. Very carefully, 1 foot at a time. He wouldn't run like me. But T-Rex's arms, why do they need to be so short? It all has to do with counterbalance. Because T-Rex has a big head with big teeth. It's just too much weight at the front. So T-Rex, in order to help with that, he has his arms shrunk back down. Now, to make that even easier, you've probably noticed his big long tail. So if you want to try it at home, you tuck in your arms, bend forward, and you can use one of your legs like a tail to balance. Another thing about T-Rex's little arms is that most people don't know how they held them. If you ask most people to show me your T-Rex arms, you go like this, yeah? Well, T-Rex, he couldn't move his wrists very well, so they had to hold their arms like this. So when they went to catch their prey in their mouth, they had to grab on with their arms like that. Did you feel that? That could be T-Rex. I'm not sure where he is. I can't see him, but I can feel him. We better get out of here. So what's the link between these extinct dinosaurs and living animals? Well, we have their relatives. We've got skeletons of birds, and we've got living birds that we can study, and we can see how dinosaurs would have lived based on their descendants, the birds, but also their relatives, the reptiles. So dinosaurs, they're actually close cousins to the crocodiles. They're part of a group called the Archosaurs. Are they similar? Well, you can see their scales are all nice and scaly, the dinosaurs and the crocodiles, but also their teeth. Do you remember the T-Rex teeth I showed you before? Well, crocodiles are very, very similar. They don't have those serrated bits because a lot of crocodiles today, they mostly eat fish, so they don't need those big sharp bits on the edges. But if you look carefully, you can see that these teeth, they slot together, and they actually, when one breaks off, another one replaces it, just like our T-Rex teeth. Another cool thing about crocodiles is their eyes. If you notice the ones in Dublin Zoo, you'll see that they have a third eyelid that comes across over their eyes. And that's something that a lot of our ancestors had. We've lost it, but dogs and cats still have theirs. It's called a nictitating membrane. If you look closely here in a mirror, you'll see a little white bump, and that bump is the last little bit of your third eyelid. Speaking of Archosaurs, we've also got our Pterosaurs. These are the flying reptiles that were cousins of the dinosaurs. And these guys could fly way before birds even learned how to, but they did it more like bats. Now, instead of a bat who has his wings coming out from his fingertips, Pterosaurs, they all flew from their baby fingers. So if you look closely at a pterosaur's hand, they have 3 fingers and then their big, long baby finger. And that's what they use to fly. Some of my favorites are the biggest ones. And these are like Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatlus, when it was walking around like this, was about the same height as a giraffe. we are learning more and more things about dinosaurs, about the past, millions of years ago, and it's fossils that are helping us do that. It is amazing all the things we're discovering. When I was younger, there was only a couple of hundred dinosaurs known. Now there are thousands, and we're discovering more and more every day. So it's great to have paleontologists out there discovering these things. And you can keep track of these as well. Look up different dinosaurs, learn as much as you can, and be the next generation of paleontologists to take up your brush and look at the different fossils, the different dinosaurs that are out there. There's always still more to be discovered. So if you go out and look for fossils, see what you can find. And thank you for joining me here in Zoorassic World.